So now by watching this video, you might have received the idea about how much is the nanometer dimension. One hair is how much nanometer, and how at a very small tiny level nanometer means. So now let us see further how we can classify nanomaterials. Okay. So nanomaterials can be classified into four main classes, and there are also types of nanomaterials, but this classification is based on the dimension. So 0 dimension, 1 dimension, 2 dimensions, and 3 dimension means what we just say 1D, 2D, 3D, 2D means what, 3D means what. So that is that 1 dimension, 2D or 3D. Okay, so 0 dimension, there is no dimension. So fullerenes, okay, we are going to see this in detail. Fullerenes, then quantum dots, then rings and atomic clusters. Out of that fullerenes we are going to see in detail. Whatever is mentioned in syllabus, that only we are going to see. Okay, so fullerenes we will study, that is 0 dimension. When you consider 1D, 1 dimension, nanotubes. Okay, nanotubes are 1 dimension. So fibers and filaments, nanotubes are also we are going to study. So fibers and filaments, then viscose and belts and spirals and springs, they are having 1 dimension. Then 2 dimension means what? So nanodisk. Nanodiscs are 2 dimensions. Nano layers are 2 dimensions. This is not there in syllabus. Okay. Then 3 dimension embedded clusters and means crystallites. This is also not there. Only 0 dimension, 1 dimension is there. So this is the classification of nanomaterials. So you can just see 1D means graphene, nanofilm, miscellaneous. So nanotechnology products. What are the products of 1D? Graphene. We are going to study this nanofilm and miscellaneous. What is the 2 dimension? Nanofiber, nanowire, miscellaneous. 3D nanoparticle, nanoliposomes and miscellaneous. And then nanostructure. So nanocolloid, aerogel, then nanofoam, nanoporous, porous silicon, miscellaneous. So nanostructures, 3D, 2D, 1D, these are nanotechnology products. We are going to see them, few of them. So classification of material, you can classify dimensionally, like I told you just now, 0 dimensional, 1 dimensional, 2 dimensional, 3 dimension. So some examples are given. So solid nanoparticles, then nanorods. Here you can just see imagine 1 dimension. So here sheet layer means 2 dimension. This is first dimension. This is second dimension. And then 3 dimension means pillar. You know X, Y, Z dimensions. Okay. So the pillars. Then 0 dimension means hollow nanoparticles. They are hollow. Nanowires are 1 dimension. Films are 2 dimension, one and second. Then electromechanical system devices, 3 dimension. Clusters, nanoclusters, 0 dimension. Nanofibers, 1 dimension. So pattern surfaces, 2 dimension. And 3D composites, 3 dimension. So quantum dots, CNT, carbon nanotubes. CNT means carbon nanotubes. Okay. Coatings, then polycrystals. So few of them, what is mentioned in syllabus, we will just study that. Okay. But what are the types of nanomaterials? So there are different types of nanomaterials. So again, types of nanomaterials are also four. Classes are also four based on dimension, but this is based on composition. Okay. So nanomaterials can be classified based on dimension 0, 1D, 2D, 3D. Based on composition, they can classify as carbon-based nanomaterials, metal-based nanomaterials. Nanocomposites means they will be composites, and then dendrimers. Okay, so here carbon-based nanomaterials are there. So carbon-based nanomaterials means fullerenes, graphene, nanotubes. So we are going to study what is the difference between fullerenes, graphene, nanotube. So you have to prepare short note for fullerenes, graphene, nanotubes. Then metal-based nanomaterials means metal crystals, metal oxide resistor, metal decorated multi-walled nanotubes. Multi-walled nanotube is there in syllabus. Okay. And then nano composites means you can just cobalt, chromium, nano composites. Then polymeric matrix, then lead titanate. This is lead titanate composite. And then dendrimers means regular dendrimer and dendrigrafts. Okay. So this is about the types of nanomaterials. Here some materials are shown additionally. That's why I have taken this slide. Carbon dots are also there. Nano diamonds are also there. This is also there in syllabus. Diamonds. So we'll compare between this. You must be able to compare between fullerene, CNT, graphene, and then diamonds. Okay. Metal base are not there. Dendrimers and composites. So here nanomaterials you can classify it as nanostructure also and nanoparticles also. So nanostructures means CNT and then nanoparticles means you can just see just a particle. So let us see this classification video so that you can understand more detail. Okay, that I explain. You just watch it differently. So this you remember two-dimensional nanoseed, one-dimensional nanowires, nanotubes, zero-dimensional nanoparticles.